We all carry burdens, mistakes we've made, words we regret. Guilt can feel like a heavy weight holding us back. It whispers doubts and steals our joy. But there is hope. There is a love that can lift even the heaviest burden. Guilt is a universal experience, something that touches every human soul at some point in life. It can stem from a myriad of sources: actions taken in haste, words spoken in anger, or decisions made without considering the consequences. These moments, though fleeting, can leave a lasting impact on our hearts and minds. The weight of guilt can be overwhelming, a constant reminder of our imperfections and the ways we have fallen short. Imagine walking through a dense forest, each step heavy with the memories of past mistakes. The trees around you seem to close in, their shadows representing the doubts and fears that guilt brings. The path is unclear and every direction seems fraught with obstacles. This is the journey many of us face when grappling with guilt. It can feel isolating, as if we are the only ones carrying such a burden, but in reality, we are not alone. As we stand by a calm lake at sunset, the stillness of the water reflects the peace we long for. The beauty of the setting sun reminds us that there is always hope, even in the darkest moments. Guilt may whisper doubts, telling us that we are unworthy of happiness or redemption. It may steal our joy, making it difficult to see the good in ourselves and in the world around us. But these whispers are not the truth. There is a love that transcends our mistakes and regrets, a love that can lift even the heaviest burden of guilt. This love is unconditional, not based on our actions or our worthiness. It is a love that sees us for who we truly are, beyond our flaws and failures. It is a love that offers forgiveness and grace, allowing us to let go of the weight we carry. Forgiveness is a powerful force, one that can transform our lives. It begins with forgiving ourselves, acknowledging that we are human and that we make mistakes. This self-forgiveness is not about excusing our actions, but about recognizing that we are more than our worst moments. It's about giving ourselves permission to move forward, to learn and grow from our experiences. Forgiving others is equally important. Holding on to resentment and anger only adds to the weight of guilt. By letting go of these negative emotions, we free ourselves from the chains that bind us. Forgiveness does not mean forgetting or condoning the actions of others, but it does mean releasing the hold they have on our hearts. It is a step towards healing and finding peace. In this journey of overcoming guilt, it is essential to seek support. Whether through friends, family, or professional help, having someone to talk to can make a significant difference. Sharing our burdens with others can lighten the load and provide new perspectives. It reminds us that we are not alone and that there is strength in vulnerability. Practicing mindfulness and self-compassion can also aid in this process. Taking time to reflect on our feelings and experiences allows us to understand the root of our guilt. Being kind to ourselves, treating ourselves with the same compassion we would offer a friend, helps to soften the harshness of our inner critic. It creates space for healing and growth. Ultimately, the weight of guilt does not have to define us. It is a part of our journey, but it is not the entirety of who we are. By embracing love, forgiveness, and self-compassion, we can lift the burden and find a path to peace. The calm lake at sunset is not just a distant dream, but a reality we can achieve. There is hope, and there is a love that can lift even the heaviest burden. God sees your heart, He knows your pain, and He offers you a love that overcomes every mistake. His love is not based on what you've done, it's based on who He is: merciful, compassionate, and forgiving. Forgiveness is not something we earn, it's a gift from God, freely given to all who ask. When we come to Him with humble hearts, He washes away our sins. He makes us new. Psalm 103 verse 12 says, "As far as the east is from the west, so far has He removed our transgressions from us." Imagine that distance. God's forgiveness is complete. It leaves no trace of guilt. Freedom in confession. Confession is the first step to freedom. Tell God your mistakes, hold nothing back, He already knows your heart, but confessing brings healing and release. God's mercy is new every morning. No matter what you've done, His love is there for you. Embrace His mercy. Let it wash over you and cleanse your soul. The power of letting go. Holding on to guilt hurts us more than anyone else. It keeps us stuck in the past. But when we accept God's forgiveness, we can let go. We can move forward in freedom and peace. Guilt is a heavy burden to carry. It weighs down our hearts and minds, making it difficult to find joy in the present moment. We often replay our mistakes over and over, wishing we could go back and change things. But the past is unchangeable, and holding on to guilt only prolongs our suffering. Imagine the freedom that comes with letting go. When we release our guilt, we open ourselves up to new possibilities. We allow ourselves to experience life fully without the chains of regret holding us back. Accepting God's forgiveness is a powerful step in this process. It reminds us that we are human, that we make mistakes, and that we are worthy of love and redemption. Letting go doesn't mean we forget our past actions or ignore the lessons we've learned. Instead, it means we acknowledge our mistakes, seek forgiveness, and choose to move forward with a renewed sense of purpose. It's about finding peace within ourselves and embracing the present moment with an open heart. The journey to letting go can be challenging. It requires self-reflection, honesty, and sometimes the courage to seek help from others. But each step we take brings us closer to a life filled with freedom and peace. We begin to see the beauty in our imperfections and the strength in our vulnerability. As we let go of guilt, we make room for joy, love, and growth. We start to appreciate the little moments that make life beautiful. We build deeper connections with those around us and find a sense of fulfillment that comes from living authentically. Letting go is a continuous journey. It's a practice we must commit to every day, but with each moment of release, we step closer to the life we're meant to live, a life of freedom, peace, and boundless possibilities. So take a deep breath and let go. Embrace the power of forgiveness and the peace that comes with it. Trust that you are worthy of a life free from the weight of guilt. Move forward with an open heart and discover the incredible freedom that awaits you. Living in the light of forgiveness. To live in God's forgiveness is to walk in the light. It's to experience joy and peace that surpasses understanding. It's to be free from the chains of guilt and shame. A love without limits. God's love for you is limitless. He sees you not for your mistakes, but for the precious child you are. His love is constant, unwavering, and always there for you. Finding peace in His embrace. In God's embrace you find true peace, the kind of peace that calms your storms and heals your wounds. Rest in His love. Let His forgiveness wash over you. Your new beginning. Today is a new day, a day to leave the past behind and embrace the future God has for you. He offers you forgiveness, healing, and a love that never fails. Walking in freedom. Walk in the freedom of God's forgiveness. Imagine waking up each morning with a heart unburdened by the past, a spirit unchained by guilt, and a mind free from the shadows of regret. This is the essence of walking in freedom. It is a journey, a daily choice to embrace the grace that has been freely given to us. As you step into each new day, remember that you are loved beyond measure. This love is not conditional. It does not waver with your mistakes or falter with your failures. It is a steadfast, unwavering love that holds you close even when you feel unworthy. This is the love of God, a love that forgives and renews. Living in this freedom means understanding that you are forgiven. Every misstep, every wrong turn, every moment of weakness has been washed away. You are not defined by your past, but by the promise of a new beginning. This forgiveness is not something you earn, but a gift you receive. It is a gift that brings peace, a peace that surpasses all understanding. Imagine walking through a peaceful forest path, the sunlight filtering through the leaves, casting a warm glow on your face. This is what it feels like to live in the freedom of God's forgiveness. It is a serene, calming presence that fills your heart and mind. It is the assurance that you are not alone, that you are guided and protected every step of the way. As you walk in this freedom, you begin to see the world through new eyes. The burdens that once weighed you down are lifted, and you are free to embrace the beauty of each moment. The gentle ripples on a serene lake remind you of the tranquility that comes from knowing you are forgiven. The peaceful forest path symbolizes the journey of life, a journey that is made lighter by the grace you have received. This is the joy of being a child of God. It is a joy that is not dependent on circumstances, but on the unchanging truth of who you are in Him. It is a joy that fills your heart with hope, even in the midst of trials. It is a joy that gives you strength to face each day with confidence and courage. Walking in freedom is not just a concept, but a reality that you can experience every day. It is a choice to let go of the past and embrace the future with hope and expectation. It is a journey of faith, a journey that leads to a deeper understanding of God's love and grace. So, as you walk in freedom, remember that you are loved, forgiven, and made new. Live each day with the assurance that you are a child of God, and let this truth fill your heart with peace and joy. This is the freedom that surpasses all understanding. This is the joy of being a child of God.